Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me. Hey family, so we are back with another Cupcake Crush Chatter reading. We're going to see what your crush tells their friends about you and what the conversations look like, okay? So I am going to hold the thumbnail up so you can choose your piles. Pile number 1 is the chocolate cupcake with blue buttercream. Pile number 2 is the vanilla blue starfish pearl cupcake. Pile number 3 is the blue mermaid chocolate cupcake. And then pile number 4 is the white flower vanilla cupcake with silver pearls. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my chocolate cupcake with blue buttercream. We're going to take a look at what your crush tells their friends about you, what people say, where the conversations are relevant, right? And this is an interesting cupcake in that somebody somewhere is picking this pile or is picking this pile with someone in mind that's basically just like, I just want a cupcake. I want it to taste good. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just make sure it tastes good, right? And that's kind of the energy that's coming through, is someone that kind of has the appreciation for things that maybe a little bit more simplistic, right? It's just a cupcake, it feels like, right? So let me see what's going on. Give me a couple. I'm doing things a little bit differently since I found this tiny deck in a bag that we have. So I want to see what kind of clues it gives us regarding what this person's saying. Okay, so 1. You have voyage, set sail on a new course, prudence, don't be lured by the siren song. Ooh, this is so messy already. This is not even a messy deck. What good is treasure if you keep it for yourself? Okay, put that. Yeah, everybody can see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the really messy part, and then I'm going to tell you what also slipped in that is interesting. Okay, it's a lot going on. It's a lot of conversations about you, Pile 1. Thanks for coming. That way we can make sure it's actual conversations. But you got to watch it. There's one person that your crush is talking about you to. I don't want to say that they're skeptical, but I don't know that they really encourage it. So these 3, and I'm really excited about how this deck is channeling through, because it's never read like that before. It just, your friend, okay, so it might be somebody you're already friends with, right? You're just taking it to the next level. Your crush is really excited about you, and they're telling this one specific person about it, right? They're like, yeah, like I want to tell all about Pile 1. I'm so excited about Pile 1. This person's not going for it at all. They're like, no, you need to go in a different direction, right? Because set sail on a new course. Like, yeah, no, I don't know about Pile 1 specifically. Because we've got like, be prudent, right? Like, be like cautious. Like, don't be lured in by this person. Okay. Like this person saying, don't be lured in by you. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not saying that's for all of you, but that's kind of how it goes in. Now, the reason why it's a thing, there's a lavender latte somewhere on the channel that you're already being redirected to, okay? And it's interesting because one of our questions is like, what people say, what are those conversations? And the only way that you got a lavender latte redirection is, hold on. Let me get back to this other tab. Yeah, that's the What Do People Say About You series. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lavender latte somewhere in that playlist. Go to it. If I don't write redirections, just go, because that may give you clarity on what people are saying and how. Like, I'm not saying that there's anything weird or suspicious about your energy. It just feels like there's this one person that might, I mean, maybe they're just a hater. We don't know. At least we don't know yet. So let me pull for my pile number one. But there's definitely at least one person that does not encourage the person you're asking about to be dealing with you. Okay. Yeah, we got the Nine of Wands, which is a pause for reflection. We've got the Magician. Okay. Yeah, you got to watch that other person, because I don't know who that is, but the dominant energy so far is that it's somebody that doesn't even think less of you. They just don't want this person dealing with you. That's so messy. Why is this reading so messy? Just immediately messy, right? Because the person thinks really highly of you. They like you a lot. If anything, if it's someone that could be attracted to you, they might be interested in you too, because it just feels like, because why it's like that? Why is it like that? So tell me, because remember the Magician's ruled by Gemini. That's two people. It's twins. So that could be relevant in some way. But it's also like the most shadow expression of that energy could be like someone that's two-faced. Like, so this person may be talking to a two-faced friend. And yeah, it's like, and I don't want to lean into immediately like, okay, this is somebody that's interested in you or could be, because it's not even always that. For me, it just feels like this person may be talking to a friend that they are really close to, but it's one-sided. Like, they're closer to this person than this person is to them. And so they're talking about you, and the friend is like being negative to them regarding you because they don't really want to see this person win. So like, it looks like being closer with you, it has this person happy, and it feels like a two-faced friend that's not really interested in seeing this person happy. That's so sad. I don't want this person with people like that around him. But that's really what it is. See the maturing energy of the Page of Swords. It's a message. It's a conversation. So like, it might even be like text messages, right? Yeah, Page of Pentacles. So text messages and in-person conversations. I don't know why we're being that specific. We're being real specific. Okay, tell me more about what's going on with this conversation. Because it's just a lot of talking, a lot of messaging just in general, right? So tell me what's going on with pile number one. What's this person telling their friends about pile one? What are friends saying about pile one? And what does pile one need to know about these conversations? Because so much came through. We got Saturn, of feeling restricted, experiencing struggle, learn hard work, and patience. Okay, so you're being described as really smart, as someone that's got a lot of opportunities available to them, someone that works really hard, someone that's very mature, stable, things like that. Like, that's kind of the overall perspective of you. When it comes to, oh, I don't know why this messy person's coming through. Let me see what's at the bottom, because I really don't want to go down that direction. Yeah, the hidden enemy energy. So this is someone, this person's talking to a friend that is not their friend. And that's why it's so like that on the table. I'm going to flip it and like deviate from it in a second. That way we can get our answer and go. But this person has this is not their friend, right? This person feels like whoever you're asking about, like maybe their life is a little bit too easy. Things go a little bit too well for them just naturally without them having to work as hard as either the friend in question or just other people. And that really has them a little bit jealous, and like they got hidden enemy energy towards your crush. Like heavy hidden enemy. Which is unfortunate, because I really don't know if you could tell this crush anything about this person. Like, I don't know that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how it's just certain people, you can't let them know about other people that they're close to. Like, you can't, I don't encourage you to get involved. That's a lesson with the crush, that they don't Like that has nothing to do with you beyond what this person's saying about you, which, okay. Because it doesn't feel like it's even for the right reasons, because I don't know, just heavy hitting enemy vibes. Let me get like 2 more from this deck really quick. So what do we got? More air sign energy. Open-mindedness, subjectivity, and learning. Okay, look at you. Or all right, okay. So there's 2 sides of where this is stemming. Where this person is only talking to the one friend that's the hidden enemy. They're still really optimistic. They're like, nah, you always so negative, because poor baby, they're so naive. Like they think this person's pessimism is just their characteristic, like their nature, their character. They don't realize that it's specific to them. Like they think this friend is just negative all the time because they're negative all the time. They don't realize this person is only negative all the time with them and their goals, their dreams, what they're doing. Like this person's not negative. They just don't want the crush to experience positive. You see what I'm saying? So like, where's the one-on-one, this person's still very optimistic, like, oh, you always so negative, you always got something to say, blah 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 blah. Enter the chat. We got possibly a third friend on the table, right? Because there's one, because see, we got 3 people. This is your crush, which is funny. This is your crush. This actually can represent 2 friends that they're talking to. There are 3 air signs. And that could be literal or just symbolic of 3 conversations. Your crush is really excited. We got the one that's like, nah, don't do that. And then you've got the other one that's like, yeah, that's exciting. You should definitely be leaning into power one. I think that's a good situation. It's a little bit different for you, possibly. Like what you used to be doing romantically was not working at all. So I encourage it, right? They're very open-minded and they think that it's going to go well. And they're like supporting the connection, the union. Okay. All right. So now that we've got that out the way, there's a lot of talking about you. Like this person is talking all the time about you, whether to the one negative friend or to both. Okay. So what else does pile number 1 need to know? We got to break up. Okay. We got a new chapter. We got faith. Slow down. Okay. All right. This person had a really bad breakup at some point, and they're reflecting on that based on their interest in you. Okay. Or connecting deeper with you. Okay. They're hoping that it works out with you better than the last time, whatever they did. And where we have a friend that's encouraging, they're also kind of in the wave of like, okay, you don't have to rush though, right? Like just because, like, go ahead and pursue it. I think it's a great idea. I think you definitely could be happy, but get to know this person, right? Like you had a bad breakup. This is a new chapter. Definitely have faith, lean into love and go for it, but just take it slow. That's kind of the topic, right? Whereas the other one is like, nah, leave that alone. I think it's funny. Because the reason why I say that is because there's a subset, okay? Like that hidden enemy is absolutely on the table, but there's also like an energy of someone that maybe in passing, like maybe they don't talk to, like if this person has a bunch of friends, there's one friend that maybe this person doesn't talk about you a lot to, or maybe mentioned you in passing, and something about your energy or something about you, they're like, nah, you should be scared of power one or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's not anything chaotic. Like, I don't know, like some of you may have just a really intimidating vibe and they're like, you're going to get caught up in some trouble playing around with power one. Like that's, I don't know. There's someone that slipped in with that vibe. So, I mean, it's just a lot of random chatter, quite literally chatter in this pile. So I didn't even get what this person could do. I'll tell you what, I'll pull from the tea leaves really quick since this pile just blazed through with all the random conversations. That way I can see like anything else pile one needs to know. danger, especially when it comes to money matters. Well, I definitely don't want to see that. It's a bear waiting for news, a package, letter, May. Letter B could be a thing. Some of you, like, I'm telling you, like, at least one friend on the table thinks that, like, you're really predatory towards this person, like, genuinely, and that you may negatively impact them financially, right? Someone on the table is saying confirm your financial situation, like make sure you have like money and like your finances are in order before dealing with you. Okay. And I don't know what happened in May or what May is going to confirm, but something's going to be confirmed in May or was. Okay. And that's the main topic. And I'll pull from this other half of the deck just to say that I did and then get your advice, because we've got an incoming energy of, we got a dark man that's really excited. I'm telling you, got an incoming energy of like someone that's really excited. So that could be you, that could be your crush, that could be one of their friends, but that's just really excited. Oh, okay, well, parting of the ways. We got break up. You gotta watch it, because there's at least one person on the table that would be really excited to see you two break up. Like, it doesn't matter if you're dating, if you're not dating. I'm saying, like, it's someone on the table that would be like an incoming energy or somebody that would be really excited to hear that you and this person, that things went bad, are going bad, whatever. Because we got an incoming energy of excitement regarding a darker man, and that's always relative, just waiting for the news of negativity. You see what I'm saying? So that's going to tie in somewhere, somehow, but just keep that in the back of your mind as you're dealing with this person that is here. At the bottom, you do have karmic justice. I don't know. I don't have all of the nuances of the situation. Like, I don't know who you're asking about. Maybe the person you're asking about did something chaotic to somebody, and that's why we got this weird grudge energy. I don't know if this person is just really like with the hidden enemy energy, or just the serious negative vibes towards this person is just like being that way for no reason or real reason. Like, if it's unwarranted, regardless, karmic justice is a thing. I feel like by May, regardless of when that happens, because that's the only timeline that hit the table. So let me get your advice really quick. Yeah. Banish a curse. If this is a mutual friend, like if this is a mutual friend, you need to leave this person alone. They don't have either of your best interest in mind, but banish a curse is going to lead to success. So if you need to clear things up with your crush or person you're dating, like if there are questions that could be red flags to certain people, clear that up so that no one can use that, right, to sabotage you and this person's connection. Clear anything up that could be confusing or that could be a red flag. And if this person has the clarity to like start discerning their hidden enemies, that's gonna be a huge weight off of the connection. Okay, so I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 2. All right, pile number 2, my vanilla blue starfish pearl cupcake. Let's take a look at what your crush tells their friends about you and any conversations that may be relevant. All right, so let me get so I already used the second pile 1 and it was interesting. Okay. Okay, M's all over the place. You're not easily, okay, you have a really strong energy. I'm gonna put it like this. We'll do that. So at the bottom of your reset, we have protection. And it says, keep aquamarine close. Some of you may like gemstones, crystals. That's a topic, or if it's them. And then precious gems, which we talk about protection. And then meditate, being an incoming energy. Talks about still air, quiet time. And all of these messages align, right? And all of them in a deck don't. So that's why it's so interesting. And we've got move in reverse. So we've got what we would consider in this deck to be adopt, ship. Like, you're not really gonna budge when you're not interested in budging. So you could be a little bit stubborn, but there's something very strong, very solid about your energy, your aura, and the way you interact with people. Like, you seem like the type that has really firm boundaries. And if you know that you don't have that personality, it's the opposite, because that's the polarity and how it works. It means that you're a little more delicate. You may be a little flowy like water, and you're easily led, not in a insulting way, but in a you're a little more fluid. And so this person kind of has discerned that a little bit. So they're either describing you, depending on which side you fall, as somebody that's like very strong boundaries, solid like a rock, or someone that they're very protective over because they may feel like you kind of need that. Okay. All right. So yeah, because we got a King of Pentacles here. Tell me more. Oh, look, that I put it back, but that actually is like a the starfish that's on your cupcake. So starfish could be a thing. So we got the King of Cups here. What's this person telling their friends about pile number 2? All right, I paused to sneeze exactly 2 times in a row, so I know like what I'm saying must be the truth, right? I got the 9 of Pentacles here. So I've got 2 energies in a way where I don't even know if they're related. Like, maybe one is the person you're asking about and one is a friend, or it's like there's 2 groups of you selecting the pile, and it's like just vastly different experiences. So where you're either here or you're there, if that makes sense. Because one scenario, I have this King of Cups, which is the more masculine one. This person may be very decisive in some areas of life, but they're very indecisive either when it comes to you specifically or just love in general, because the 9 of Pentacles, it's very single, solo, solitary energy, right? So 7 of Cups is where we're weighing our options, and the 2 of Swords is in us weighing our options. We never really make a real decision. We don't really act. Hence the incoming energy of just constantly meditating and not moving because of that guard of like either protecting being single or just protecting yourself as an individual. Like, that's what I have surrounding this King of Cups. Okay. Someone that's just really indecisive, whether this is how this person's describing you or if this is the conversation this person's having with their friends, like weighing all of their options. Okay. I also have a wave where I have someone that is just not making a move at all. Like, they're talking about not making a move. They're talking about the fact that they're not sure and they're not certain, just in general. So weighing your options when we talk about dating could be dating around and not making a decision because you're dating around, right? And you're single. So that's the side that's a little more extroverted, engaged with dating. And then the other side is like not interested in it for whatever reason at this moment or historically. But I have the reevaluation of that coming in with the meditative. It's like really reflecting on why you're like that or why they're like that. Okay, so tell me more. Let me see. What's this person telling their friends about pile number 2? Neptune. Okay. It's very difficult to see you clearly. Like there's something they're just not seeing clearly. This does talk about illusions and that Neptune energy, the 7 of Cups. Like, so like all of those options, all of the things could be a rumination of like trying to figure something out. This person thinks it's very challenging to get to know you, or they know they're very challenging to get to know you. Depends on where you fall, right? That's kind of the energy. And there's something about that guard, that wall, that hiding behind all of the stuff that is there, right? That just makes it really challenging to connect deeper or just to connect at all. So what's that? Yeah, got the house 8. Someone here could have that placement, whether you or them. And it talks about trauma. Both of these combined are heavy, heavy trauma. So this person may be talking about your trauma. They're talking about how they can see your trauma like in your aura, in your energy. Like even if this person's not woo-woo, there's certain way people carry themselves when they have certain experiences. You can always tell. So that's what this person's talking about, whether they're talking through their own stuff with their friends or they're talking through like how to help you manage your stuff, like how to engage somebody like you that may be traumatized, if that makes sense. I kind of like that's what I have. And some of you, I actually feel like this person may be talking to a therapist. The Nine of Pentacles feels very professional. It's like a very professional, like I'm doing really good on my own stuff. So I'll even argue that the dominant people you're asking about are either just in their own thoughts, thinking and more ruminating and not actually talking to anyone, or they may be speaking to like a therapist or something like that, because house 8 actually would be more spiritual. Like it would be more like if this person's religious, it would be more connected to like, I know that's not what this card means, but I'm getting a strong energy of like prayer and like ancestry. Like if this person is in a non-traditional religion and they work with their ancestors, they would be more consulting that ancestral altar, if that makes sense. Y'all know woo-woo people because y'all are here in this YouTube channel, right? But I got that. So somebody is really loudly there. And so tell me more about all this baggage, I guess. Give me the tea leaves. Let's do the tea leaves. Why is this pile so traumatized or dealing with somebody that's so traumatized? What are the crush and the friends? What's everybody talking about for pile 2? Okay, look at you. Look at them. Pay attention to your work. Okay, so this is someone that either historically has or they feel like you do, right? Remember, it's a mirror. One of you is like this and the other's, I guess, questioning it. Because pay attention to your work. Like it's someone that would have stayed single, been single a lot, distracting themselves with work, or they consider you to be like that. And we have this mature energy of dissatisfaction with life, which mature energy of victory. And it's like someone may have reached some sort of success and it's not as fulfilling, because when you distract yourself with that, you see what I'm saying? Like when you distract yourself like that, it's not as fulfilling because you're using it to hide away from the areas that you're not wanting to deal with, right? And that's the topic, right? Or the thought process in this pile. What I like is this person's kind of talking about they're stable as an individual. They're wanting more, like in them, like realizing that they're wanting more because they're dissatisfied now that they've done really well, because we have a wish that's granted. Okay. And the funny thing about it is, it seems like in the wish being granted of whatever success, milestone, goal they wanted to hit before prioritizing love, after hitting it and wanting to prioritize love, it looks like connecting with you is like, boom, wish granted. But in that happening, it looks like some personal trauma that had them like that in the first place is actually surfacing. I hope that makes sense. This is a very deep pile, and it makes sense because this is someone having an internal dialogue, or like I mentioned, they're talking with like a therapist. Or, oh, look at you. This is funny because I'm nice seeing on the table. It's not even, that's why I'm getting lost, because I'm looking like a normal human. I'm looking at this reading. I'm not trying to be woo. So I'm leading with like, oh yeah, no, they're talking to like their therapist, mental health professional. But nah, some of you, this person's talking to their spiritual advisor. Like they have a spiritual advisor, whether it's a traditionally religious one, or if they have like a psychic reading, a psychic reader, or an astrologer, energy worker. Like if they have someone like that, that's who they're actually consulting. And they're working through the shadow work. Look at you. I got it. I was wondering what that was. I did not know what was going on. Okay. Which is hilarious, right? The woo-woo lady doesn't know when woo-woo hits the table. So tell me. Yeah. More about what's going on. Whatever, trauma aside, heavy baggage in the pile aside, everything about this pile is super promising. The internal dialogue or the consultation, whatever it is, it's super optimistic. We've got a wish granted upright. We've got a wish will not be granted in reverse. Like I'm telling you, the dissatisfaction is more of a push to get things going and to, so basically, like let's say this person's consulting with their spiritualist or whatever, or they're getting a reading, they're getting positive feedback about you, right? Because like any negativity that's surfacing, like it's very clearly being described to them as like the trauma surfacing so that they can clear that and work through it. Okay. I have if you remember, go to that Who's Getting a Tarot Reading on You video series, because that might be this group, right? Because I think this is like our first pile like this in this series. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a tarot reader. They could just be consulting with like a pastor or something like that. But that's what I got on the table. The overall context is they want to see if it's going to work out, whether they're asked that, like whether it's a conversation or an internal dialogue of if it's going to work out between the two of you, or if they're going to fully step into whatever milestone, goal, thing would put them in a position of like feeling victorious. And they're getting positive confirmation of like, yes, it is going to work out. No, nothing's bad going to happen about it, right? So let me see what else is going on. Just slipping and sliding. Okay. So we've got someone is leaving your life. A chair empty. Okay. A wall of a misunderstanding. Okay, there's a conversation. Okay, there's the real life energy. This is, okay, so some of you real specifically, this person is consulting with either a therapist, a spiritualist, something, because they may think they've done something wrong, or that they're doing something wrong, or that they're gonna do something wrong. Like they're really paranoid about it. This is especially the case if this is someone that put distance between the two of you. If you put distance between you and them, or anything related to that empty chair, because that's here, like someone leaving your life, and it's related to a misunderstanding, or the interpretation of some sort of energy is just the overall misunderstanding. Because whatever the reason for the distance, if they put it, it's because of some confusion regarding possibly gossip. If you put distance, they're really confused and they're wondering if it's due to some sort of gossip. I do have parrots on the channel, so like if that is a symbol, synchronicity of any kind, take it as what it is. It may or may not be a spirit animal bird for you. But especially if it's like a random, why is the parrot on the table, you can go check it out and see if it resonates, because we have various videos in that series, okay? But yeah, this person's just kind of working through whatever confusion, whether they're worried that they need to distance themselves from you, or if they're worried that you're going to due to some misunderstanding. This is in reverse. I don't know why it's holding in reverse, because this is the dolphin of financial gain. This person's deeply concerned about financial losses, okay? And it makes sense. They probably, do their hyper independent energy with the Nine of Pentacles, they may have lost opportunities at some point, or they're just really worried about just self-sabotage. Seems like a person that hyper fixates on self-sabotage in a way to where, I don't want to say it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, but I could see how it ends up like that with that person at some point, because they worry a lot, okay? So let me see. Let me pull from this last deck. Because we got communication. I say that because there's not much I can really do for you in this pile regarding this person, because they're talking through what they're talking through with who they're talking it through, right? Where this is brand new, and all of this weight is their own personal baggage. They're just asking about you. If I'm being honest, like, this is someone that's asking about you in a non-woo sense, right? Like, they're just asking, like, if they haven't seen you, they're asking about you. They're trying to get the gossip. They're just asking anybody that would know your personal business. That's kind of how it is. Any mutual friends, acquaintances, co-workers, whatever, because that's how they're trying to see if they should get to know you further, because that's really what they want to do, is explore the woo-woo side of that. And it can be both, where they're asking people you know mutually, as well as getting readings. Because all in all, this is someone that's not sure. They may have a guard up a little bit, and their guard is personal and has nothing really to do with you, even though the reading is worded like that, because the goal is they want to see if they can trust you. Should they explore this? Should they get to know you better? Is it going to go well? Is it going to not go well? Like, that's the things that this person's wanting to know. So they're getting advice in all of the ways that I just described it. That's why I'm not pulling any more cards, because I think we got to the root of what's happening in this pile. And if you want clarity on any next moves or anything like that, you're going to have to go to a different reading, because I do want to stay on topic. And this person's gotten their confirmation that they can proceed with whatever they're looking to proceed with. Because this is a dominantly crush, early stages pile, which is why we have the getting to know each other, because everything about this is the fear of intimacy and someone weighing their options and wondering if they should not be single, an eternal bachelor, bachelorette. Should they continue to explore their options? Things like that, okay? And I definitely know that there are other readings where you may find that confirmation. I even have more of the ocean blue theme stuff, so you can go there as well. All right, so what advice do I have for pile 2 regarding this person? See, it's a go. Look, especially those of you where this person's a little, they got their confirmation. Like, I'm telling you now, it's nothing to be really worried about, because even we all have baggage and trauma to some degree. Like, it doesn't feel like this person's any less normal than the average person. It just seems the depth of it hit the table by nature of our question and the way that it's manifested in their life. Because you're being told, like, go ahead and take the initiative with this union. Like, if you're gonna step forward and pursue this person, go ahead. If you're not the type to pursue, then lean into it, right, as this person steps in. But this is a go, right? So I think it's funny that in some form this person got the confirmation, and now I'm giving the confirmation on your end. So great work. All right, so I'm gonna close you out. Moving along to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3, my blue mermaid chocolate cupcake. And you know what? I'm just now realizing that that's a cupcake. that this energy is dropping for. So I'm cleansing, resetting for pile 3. I made this thumbnail right before I made this video, so the memory is not quite there because of how quickly we're moving with this. So great energy. I'm gonna read this from the more feminine, receptive, leaning side, just because it's gonna be easier for me, because that's literally the loudest energy, especially now that we've got the mermaid here, because I'm trying to shuffle this deck, 1 and 2. The tarot deck started to talk before I could even finish the other decks, even though I'm doing it out of order. So jumped out of the deck the Empress with the 4 of Pentacles. So like this person would be describing the feminine, like the masculine here would be describing the feminine as like so stable, so earthy, so attractive, and like smart, talented, like basically can't do any wrong. Like that's the vibe that's here. I've got Trine here, which is like angelic support, harmony, perfect flow, just like a really stable person, basically as a catch, like literally like a fish, right? A catch, like somebody that anybody would be lucky to have their attention. Like this person is just really excited about you. Okay. Earth sign energy, earth sign energy, earth sign energy. Actually, all 3. We have a lot of Taurus energy. We got a maturing energy of Gemini, of the Magician, like seeing you two as like really like-minded, on the same page. Like, I'm not gonna dwell. It just feels like a person that just sees you as someone that can't do any wrong. And I just thought that was funny, that all of that heavy divine feminine energy. Now, granted, in the tarot, it's a lot of earthy energy, but if you're like earth, water sign dominant, it doesn't really matter, because your style of being attractive would align with your core makeup. So like if you have like a more watery, flowy vibe, this person's crazy about that. If you are very earthy and like that, then that's what this person's really crazy about, because it's just so loud when they hit the table that I'm like, okay. Let me go ahead and use this deck as some overview so we can see what's going on. Tell me more about what this person's telling their friends. See, look, this person's so determined for your attention. If they don't have it, and where they have it, they're like, I'm not losing pile 3's attention. Okay? Like, but you know what? The crazy part about it is, while it feels like that untamed energy I'm talking about, like where this person feels like they're already like either chasing you down or about to start chasing you down, just by the way that they're talking to their friends. And this card talks about otherworldly beauty. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't make up the cards. Like, this person describes you as an otherworldly beauty. Okay? Good for you. I love it. Looks really good. This is the first pile today where you got 1 descriptor card. Everybody else got like a few of these jumping out. But I don't know, I'm going to keep that 1, and I'm not going to, like, that's the main thing. And determination of, don't be afraid of the rising tide. It will soon recede. Like, this person's, I don't know, it feels like go move, okay? Like I said, everything was loud. Even the way that the cards hit the table was a little bit chaotic, but not bad, just determined and wild. Some of you may actually be that way, and that's part of your appeal, is this person sees you as somebody that's like really determined, really wild, and like, not saying they want to tame you, but they definitely want to get to know you better. We've got the Ace of, look at all that energy. Ace of Wands is pure inspiration, pure cardinal energy. It's like the spark of conception, of ideas. Like, this feels like somebody that one day they were living life and they never knew you, and then boom, everything changed. Like that, I know that's excessive, but that, I think in conversation, this person would even describe meeting you as that. Because look at that Knight of Cups, just feeling like really passionate, really romantic, really excited. All right. So give me one more. Because this is chaotic. This is really chaotic. Yeah, this person's definitely telling their friends, all their friends. But here's the thing that I think is really sweet about this energy. This person likes you. They're really attracted to you. This person, they want to be like, they like you as a person. They want to be friends with you. Because some of you, this person's not even sure you are interested in them romantically. Like, they're not sure you would be interested in them romantically. Like, so they're like, I want to be friends with Power 3. And I think that if they give me a shot, I'm going to go for it romantically. But like, this person's perfectly fine being friends with you. And I like it here because I'm not used to seeing it in a reading where I can, as the reader, encourage you to be friends with someone that has romantic interest in you. It says a lot about this person. So I don't know who you're asking me about, but this is a very sweet, kind-natured soul. Like, I don't want to make this person seem like they can do no wrong. They're so perfect, none of the things. You know, I'm not describing them the way they're describing you. But usually I have to warn y'all and caution y'all, like, you can't be friends with people that have romantic interest in you, because usually they're waiting it out to see if, you know, eventually you're going to change your mind, blah, 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 blah. And it goes wrong when you don't and you move on. Here, one, we both know that you are interested in this person romantically. They just don't seem to realize it. But if you changed your mind and you realized you weren't compatible after getting to know them, they would be fine being friends. I could see them being a very, very good friend with this energy. You see what I'm saying? Now, if this person gets the green light to go romantically, they're all in. But I don't know that this is the type of personality that would be so fixed on having to be with you romantically that they would ruin the relationship that they built with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, they seem to value friendship. They seem to just genuinely like and love people. So when they connect with somebody, it doesn't have to be sensually, right? So look at them. We've got the Ten of Swords though. Why is the Ten of Swords here? All chaotic like. Oh, they're just overwhelmed. Okay. Why is this person's energy like that? Give me one more. Okay, two more. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know what you're like, how you've ever connected with this person. The only thing that would upset this person is if you just don't like them at all. Like, this person, like, I don't know if there is a question or was a question. But like, the worry is that you wouldn't want to be friends either, that you just don't like them as a person, because they think so highly of you that if, like, they feel like if they give you weird energy or you don't like them, that it's got to be them. Like, something is wrong with them for real because of how they see you, right? Aw, you better be nice. Look at you. All right, but this is an interesting combination. Let me start pulling other cards. So because this person's talking to like a lot of friends, possibly 3 friends, but I'm also getting maternal vibes on the table as well. Like, for advice, this person's going to someone like they would consider like maternal. And I'm being like that because, you know, you never know people's family makeup or family friend makeup. So like, they're going to like a mature feminine for advice, especially if it's hard to connect with you for some reason. Yeah, oh yeah, that exactly. Opposition in Capricorn. But that's that mature energy as well. I feel like, and you know what? That's why the Knight of Cups hit the table, and that's why it's like that. There's this question of maturity. Like, this person seems to be describing you as really serious compared to them. So like, it's not really an age thing, but like, because like, let's say you're the exact same age, this person sees you as so much more mature than them in a way where they think that's a barrier. Like, you're gonna think they're childish, right? So especially like if this person has like a more mature feminine, even if it's like a sister, that could be just grown. They're like, okay, so I know me and Pile 3 are like the same age, but you know how I handle myself. And the person that they're talking to is like, yeah, I know how you handle yourself. so, you know, and whatever advice that they're getting, it's really encouraging. It's like, yeah, I know how you handle yourself, but how do you know that person doesn't want, like, how do you know this person wants somebody that's super serious and stuff like that? Like, the fact that you're so wild and chaotic with your energy might actually be compatible with them. Have you tried? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like encouragement and guidance is in the conversations, because this is actually the loudest pile in that there's a lot of talking in across different types of relationships, right? Because I mentioned the friends, I mentioned like possibly a maternal family member or one that's like family. But yeah, yep. So much stability though. I'll be honest with you. This person has told at least some of the people that hit the table that they're very fixed on you in a way where like they're not really interested in trying something else romantically. So I don't know how well you know this person, but like they're like, nah, I'm not really looking to be serious with nothing else right now. Like I want to see what's going on with pile 3. Okay? And like that's kind of it. So they're very invested, okay? So that's interesting. Tell me more about what's going on with pile 3. Okay, I will take that stuff. I got air sign energy, being open-minded. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like they're asking, basically they're trying to get different perspectives from like the people they care about and trust, because it is very much like a really passionate childlike energy. Not saying this person's childish, but like the way that they're communicating, they're very transparent in a way I feel like a lot of people lose with age. Like a lot of people that are grown, and I don't know y'all's ages, they're not gonna go run and tell like their parents, their older siblings, or all of their friends, like, hey, look, I need you to talk to me about this. That they're not that open. And I think it's refreshing hitting a table, right? A lot of you that watch these readings, I actually think that's this type of energy is healthier for you, because you need that transparency of somebody that's like open like that. So far I support it, right? Because that's kind of what it is. This person is really trying to learn through the other people around them's experiences. That moon card, which rules the chariot, right? Cancer energy. So, because yeah, everything they're talking about, everything they're asking about, it's to learn about areas of life where they may feel like they're underdeveloped. So this may be somebody that's not as experienced romantically. This could be someone that just has been sheltered. This may be someone that's just got wrapped up in just other areas of life. So like they're really trying to find clarity through people they feel might know a little more than them, which is smart. We got the stability, people that are more stable, people that are already living lives like the one that they would want to live once they settle down and have their partner, right? So there's a married couple on the table for sure. And it could be maternal, paternal, but this says more like actually this person feels like they may have at least one couple that's they're friends with, that they're looking for advice with, or that they're kind of bringing it up with, right? I like it. Look what you got at the bottom. You got divine union. So, and very soon it's a vibe. Yeah, I like this person. I think they're cool. I think the friends, everybody that hit the table, nobody that hit the table had negative, bad vibes at all. If anything, everybody's energy is like, yeah, we just know how this person is. So it's funny to me, but I mean, everything feels easy going. Like I don't see anything that would be alarming or any red flags here. Nothing crazy. I don't know that you expected to see something crazy, but I did not. So you did not get that. We got exciting news. This person's likely gonna make a move. Out of curiosity, everything about the move this person's gonna make, and that wasn't a question today, but I guess you needed to know that. Like they're talking about a move, but everything about this person's being like, it's reinforcing this person's idea of like, yeah, maybe I should get to know pile 3 or get to know them better or go deeper. Like maybe it is okay to settle down for real. Like let's say you're dating, you're asking about somebody you're dating. They're like, you know what, maybe it is okay to go ahead on and move in with pile 3. Stuff like that. That's what we've got. So let me see. Okay, so let's see. Let me get I pulled tea leaves for everybody else. It's the only reason I'm pulling them for you. I was ready to close you out. But look at that. It's a success. Like, this person thinks they're really optimistic about you for sure. I know I leaned into the one perspective, but I don't have a shadow in this pile at all. So I don't, even if I didn't read your perspective and you're confident this is your pile, like everything is really positive. Like, this person thinks that it's going to work out. Anybody they're talking to thinks that it would, like, they're very fond of they're fond of the potential between the two of you. So like, the more this person describes you, or if there's like a mutual friend on the table, like, people like, yeah, I actually think pile 3 and that cupcake, I can see it. I think that would be good. Right. So let me see. And the thing about it is, that success card is actually, it's an astral house, which is like one of the dominant cards in the tea leaves deck. So like, the whole theme of this pile is one of success. All right. Let me see. I'll drop the card. And there's at least one really good friend that you know. I'm thinking there's a mutual friend, gotta be, because really excited about it, because we've got a mature energy of pleasure with a close friend. So, and again, there is that subset of you where this is genuinely already your friend that you know, that you're close with, or like a family friend. Like, some of you, this might be like one of your siblings' friends, right? Or something like that. Like, I feel that vibe on the table, or like maybe a close cousin's friend, or like there's something here where there's some familiarity for at least a subset of you, because success regarding pleasure with a close friend. And the eagle was coming in as a maturing energy of triumph over troubles and obstacles. So that is a spirit animal bird reading if you're interested, or it could just be symbolic in some way. So let me go ahead and get like, a couple more, because I want to close this out, because there's just nothing else to talk about. So what else have I missed about file number 3? And I don't say that in a frustrated sense. I say that in a great job. It's not a heavy pile. Everything's working out. Yeah. Oh, look, the vulture's here. Wealth in reverse. Why you like that? Back to the basics. We got apple. Now, what is that? Interesting. So that vulture always comes in with some stuff. I love my vulture. Okay, I love my vultures with all my heart. But it's an incoming energy of someone going back to the basics after passing a test or closing a karmic cycle of tests where we have wealth in reverse. So that is on the table as a topic. I don't know what the topic is specifically, because it feels deeply personal, whether that's this person telling their own stuff regarding you, or you having experienced something this person's familiar with. But like, this vulture energy is aligned with getting back to the basics, following some sort of karmic test, possibly surrounding a loss of wealth of some area of life. Okay. And that's the thing. And I hate that came out like that, because that's my last deck. Now, why would you come out like that without us clearing that out? Tell me, what is all of that? Oh, changes. Okay. More moon, lunar energy. You got changes after sorrow regarding a loss. Oh, okay, somebody's been really sad and really down. Okay, so one of you has been really sad, really down, and something about this energy seems to be giving someone their spark back, getting someone happy and excited again. That's what that is. Eagles and vultures are spirit animal bird readings on the channel if you've been through stuff, because those are loaded animal guides on the channel. Or maybe those are just symbol synchronicities for you in some way, some form. Okay. But yeah, it just feels like the conversations are like there's an uplifted spirit after a period that was really sad. So like somebody's excited, whether this person's describing you as like getting your spark back, or this person's so excited about you that people are like, oh yeah, no, we gotta encourage this because this person's like starting to like feel like themselves again. I'm actually realizing some of you that Knight of Cups, like that Knight of Cups had lost their excitement. They had lost that passion, and in deeper connecting with you, it's coming back. And so people are like, oh no, 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 gotta encourage that because they're reminding me of them old selves again, right? That's what came through. All right, you gave me a little more weight to work with. And look at the bottom of your reset. I mean, congratulations. It's a really great pile. So what advice do I have for pile 3? Oh, well, you know what? Wealth in reverse is a thing. I don't know why. Go to the career readings. I'm definitely going to redirect you there for you to prioritize that. Like I don't want to play when it comes to you guys' stability and livelihoods. So prioritize your financial security. That is going to be the most critical thing just in general. Definitely go to those spirit animal bird readings as well as those career readings, because eagle, vulture, I feel like they would connect better with the career piles. But you're very, very likable. You're very, very stable. Some of you need me to explicitly tell you, and if I have to go through all that in this topic that's not relevant to, you better go to the career readings and the spirit animal readings, because some of you need me to tell you, like, people at your, like, where, like, you're very stable financially in whatever situation you're in or stepped into. You're very, very likable, and the people around you that impact your financial security, whether we're talking about your job, just your industry, we're talking about any contracts, any partnerships that is this area of life, you're very highly thought of. And if I needed to tell you that in a reading like this topic, that means you don't go where I tell you to go. You're supposed to be at the career readings. You're supposed to be at the success-based readings. Why are you here needing that information? Okay. But I mean, I'm happy for you about this pile. I'm happy for you about things that are stable. Where this is truly encouraging you to act. This any actions here is saying to be likable, connect with people, you have great personality, and it aligns with whatever you do for work. So make sure you express it a little more and lean into that, and that's gonna help further stabilize you. Okay. All right, so I will close you out. I will see you at the career readings and move along to pile number 4. All right, pile number 4, my white flower vanilla cupcake with silver pearls. We're going to take a look at what your crush tells their friends about you and any conversations that make sense that are relevant, right? So let me go ahead and just get you a bunch of, okay, this one's slipping right out there. But I don't know, I felt like I needed more. Okay, so chaos. There's this energy that's like slithering in, right? So like, and this one's right in your face. So before I reveal whatever those are, either your energy is manifesting this way and that's how this person's like describing it, as in like, this is very smooth and this is very aggressive and directed in your face, and or when this person's talking about you, there's a very specific way this person handles themselves. And I don't know that they're talking about you, like telling people they're interested in you and things like that. But people can tell this person's interested in you by the shift in their energy. So, for example, like this, people can tell immediately something about this energy when this person's talking about you. Like this is the part that's subtle that people catch because they know this person so well. And this may be what this person's like being all direct and aggressive about. So like they're really saying this, but people can also tell that, right? So what's this that's giving this person away? Patience. Tide will come in when it's ready. Okay. So something of this person may slow down a little bit. Something about this person's energy, they're a little more patient. They slow down. Something about being ready, taking their time. They're not as rushed or whatever. People can tell. honestly, patience almost feels like this person's waiting for you in some way. I don't know if like, okay, so you know what? If this person waits for you, so like, let's say this is someone you see every now and then, like this person may wait for you, they'll hold a door, or like if you work together, you go on a lunch, this person waits for you to take their lunch. Like something about this person's patience regarding you, like people like, oh, okay, your nerves are usually bad, but you got a lot of patience when it comes to, you know, power four. You know what I'm saying? You know how people tease people. That's funny. So what's this really aggressive? Well, turbulence. Really aggressive. This person's always all over the place. So something about this person's energy. They not really patient at all. They have a chaotic energy. But when it comes to you, they slow down. They're less chaotic. They bounce off the walls a little bit less. They move a little slower. They're more attentive. They're more engaged. Like there's something that shifts completely in their energy. And I think it's weird and spooky, even in a woo-woo way, that the exact cards, like, it's very obvious everything about this person and the way they interact with you. And they talk about you or mention you, because the gentle card is the one of patience. The rough, aggressive card is the one of turbulence. How is that how they fell, right? So what's this at the bottom? Dance, which was already there. So take inspiration from the moonlight, dancing on the surface of the sea. This person moves around a lot. They probably walk fast. They probably talk fast. They probably jump around. I don't really know, but just something about this person's turbulent dancing energy slows down when it comes to you in a way where people like, oh, okay, I see you, white flower cupcake. Like they, like, you know what I mean? Like they notice, right? Okay. So let's see. When it comes to about four, what's this person telling their friends? We got a Queen of Pentacles, which is mature and stable. I got a Magician, someone that really knows what they're doing, very good at what they do, very good at getting results. Five of Swords. Feels like an enemy is necessary energy, if I'm being honest. Gotcha. That's a very direct message. So this person saying, like, this person's telling their friends or their behavior, because this feels like a behavior pile. However they're acting lets people know that when it comes to you, this is one of those, this person does not play about power four groups, right? So let's say this is a crush and this person's working it up to like get your attention. People can already tell that that's a sensitive topic and like not to get in the way, because it's not really going to go well because of this person's energy and how, I don't say invested, but like something about it's kind of like people already know. So like, for example, let's say I'll use work example earlier. Maybe someone new starts at the job and this person notices the weird energy and people, and this person notices the weird energy. People are just like, yeah, don't worry about it. Just leave it alone. Let them go. Okay. When it comes down to, like, let's say you are dating, getting to know each other. This person still has a certain vibe that's a little bit territorial when it comes to you, in a way where people just, they don't have to say anything. I don't even know that this is a person's behavior we're studying here. We're not, there's no words when it comes to this, because even in the instances where this person is talking about you, they're never direct about what they're actually saying. They kind of talk around it. Like they never acknowledge that they're interested in you like that, or that if you're dating that you do. So like people just go off of the wave of energy that they send them, if it makes sense. And it's dominantly the crush, because Ace of Cups is absolutely the crush, but like this is a crush that everybody knows has the crush, even though we don't speak about the crush, and nobody else better be interested in Power 4. Like it's the same thing, okay? That's the heavy stuff, because this person has a really chaotic energy just in general, not in a people are scared way, but just in a they bounce off the walls way. Yeah, see, look at all of this energy. Aries is that spark of energy for sure, because that's the first sign of the zodiac. But this is definitely my pure crush pile. Okay. Letter A is definitely a thing. Give me more for this pile. All right. It's surprising to people, not that this person's interested in you, because this, I think it's funny, every pile had their own flavor, right? Literally. In observing this person's behavior, people more talk about this person in you than this person may even realize, right? Because people are very surprised at how stable this person seems like they're interested in being now. Like there's been a shift in behavior, a shift in mannerisms, a shift in the way they kind of approach certain things that let people know, like, oh, this person might really like pile 4, because why are they acting like that, right? Especially those of you where you're dating. But even in a crush, it's like people are like, okay, look at them go, because they really want pile 4 to take them seriously. Look at them. That's the wave of it. Like the shock of, oh, okay, you're stable. You're trying to get a little more stable. Like you want to be in a relationship. This might be a little more than just that little crush I thought you had on pile 4, right? So let me get these tea leaves. Tell me more about what's going on with pile 4. See, we got a horseshoe of good luck. People like that. People encourage it. That's part of the reason why people are like, just act like, just leave them alone, let them go. Because whatever shift in this person's, it's not a bad shift, right? Like they act different when you're around or because of you, but like it's not a bad thing. It's things that people are like, okay, well, I'm glad that they're being smarter with their money. I'm glad that they're being more stable. I'm glad that they're thinking more long term and not being so chaotic. You see what I'm saying? So like that's why people that can tell, it's like, okay, look at them go. So tell me more. We got a lot of what people say here. Good for you. Because it's not very common in these files that we get that question. But the whole perspective is different, because I think this person's, I don't know that this person would be talking about you to people because of how early on, like it's a crush. I don't know that they want people to know that they like you, even though it's very obvious. Okay. We got unclear thinking. Yeah, this person seems, I don't know, maybe you know this person from like school. I mean, maybe the work example hits for a lot of you, because this person like they move a lot clearer now. Like things aren't as hard for them. They're not as like thrown off, right? Like it feels very lucky in the way that they're handling themselves now. I don't know why it's like that. You got a flag of don't be tempted to lower your standards. And we've got dog in reverse, protection from a powerful friend. Well, oh, I love this. This is actually, I'll be honest with you. The way that this person's reacting, it says a lot about you and the way you carry yourself, pile 4. So great job. I love it. Because you have certain standards in the way you carry yourself and the way you deal with people, like you expect people that you're dealing with to carry themselves. And everybody can tell. It's not just this person. So much so that any of the people that notice this person's shift, like, I guess it would be people that this person would have talked to if they were going to do that. But I promise you, this pile, it's so early. I don't think that they would be talking. I don't think they would be telling their business like that. But what I've got is there's at least one person that's very, very protective over this person. Makes sense. They got a chaotic, bouncy energy, possibly a history of being irresponsible financially. Like this person's, I don't want to say watched over, because that seems like a child being babysat, right? I don't know that it's like that. But there's at least one powerful person, whether it is an older friend, whether it is a mentor, anybody that would be protective over this person in a relationship, like family relationship way, that's not even worried about you. Like, I feel like normally this person in romance, like when people can tell this person's interested in somebody, they get in this person's business in a way where I feel like people around this person lacks boundaries, because I can tell. But I don't know, it feels like they don't feel the need to get all in this person's business with them being interested in you, because they're not really worried about you in a bad way. If anything, the fact that you have standards, like the standards, you're meeting the standard, if that makes sense, right? So like, that's why we've got this protection in reverse. Like, no one feels super guarded. That's part of the shock. It's like, you know what? I didn't expect, this person, I didn't expect this cupcake to be interested in or to stumble across a power four. But I support that because it makes sense. It makes sense. And I don't have to be worried and make sure they're making poor decisions, because this person used to have a history of making poor decisions, right? Which is why we have the rainbow following the forest. Because usually early on, when we say incoming energy, I'm reading for whatever reason, incoming forest is early on when this person develops a crush. They have those rose-colored glasses and they have like they start getting foggy and they can't think right. When it comes to you, people are like, oh, this crush makes sense. I like this crush. This is a logical person that makes sense, right? So great work, Power 4. I support you. Let me keep pulling more. But I don't know if I've ever gotten that in a reading where normally somebody that's super protective over this person that would not normally support them, like when it comes to the types of people they like romantically, is like, nah, I don't need to be worried about Power 4. So Quill is in reverse of back to basics. Okay. We have Q's. Okay, look at that. That's a new letter. Q's are all over the place. And then chain. So a chain of events will affect your life. Okay, so you're on the road to success. So what is that? Why is that like that? So here's the weird energy. Back to basics in reverse feels like a basic test, right? Like, it feels like normally, like the people that hit the table as like observing this person's crush, knowing this person's got a crush on somebody, how they normally have to like get the basics of the person in a way that it's like, because we know this person lacks discernment, it's like, okay, who is this crush? Because you know how they are. Here, no one's like really worried about that step. And I don't know why, but this chain of events will affect your life has already matured. It's almost like there's something historical that feels long gone with these two cards. And I'm not catching it because it's so specific that it would be deeply personal to each person you're asking about, if that makes sense. But there's something deeply personal. I don't know what happened, and we're not getting this person's business, even if I could, because it varies based on y'all selecting a pile. But there's just something that went wrong or historically would go wrong romantically in a way that's why you have this person or people that's like, oh no, we got to watch that. Okay. So they have good support system, even though it feels like a lack of boundaries, but I also don't know what kind of trouble this person's gotten themselves in, even especially like when they were younger, if they were like that. So I don't know, but they seem fine. The people around them seem fine. I'm not used to having this many piles in a row where it's not really too much chaos. Everybody's fine. So, if anything, these like where people are familiar enough with you, because at least half the people on the table are people that know that this person have a crush on somebody. They don't necessarily know who that is. Where somebody 2, 3 know that it's you because they can tell based on how this person interacts with you or acts around you. I mentioned the standard being met. Like, you're basically what they would have hoped for this person, because I don't know why it's like that. Why is it so chaotic? Like, you have this energy of having it together. Like, this whole theme of Power 4 has it together. Power 4 has it together. That's the thing that keeps like circulating, and the powers you have it together, and that's important enough regarding this person. So I don't see red flags. Keep an eye out, because why is it so important that you have it together? I mean, it makes sense, because who wants to be dealing with somebody that doesn't have it together? But the only way this could be like a little bit of a shadow where you need to watch out is if like I've seen with certain families or like friend groups where they're trying to put this person off on somebody that has it together. So like basically like we know we have a screw up or somebody that's not really stable, and we find them interested in somebody that has it together, and the person that has it together looks like they might take them. I've seen it. So they want to push. They're like, oh yeah, definitely, that's going to be a great partner for you because we didn't think nobody like that would take you. See what I'm saying? Like, just watch that. Make sure you're not the shadow there where like you're basically a come up for somebody that will be a lower standard for you. Just make sure that's not what's happening. I don't see that loudly. I don't see that dominantly, but just always use y'all's discernment to make sure that's not happening to you. But all in all, it looks like someone that does really well just lacks discernment themselves. So like they've got protected family members. So like think of someone that maybe was like a career academic. They stayed in school all the time. They didn't even go outside, participate in anything else. And so the family, parents, cousins, all of that kept like was always around them because they were always in school and never even like working and things like that. I've seen that. So now that they're like grown and working, everything that everybody did in like college and even high school, like they're just now stepping into now. So they're a little more sheltered. So people are more protective over them because they didn't participate in life as young as a lot of other people did. So that's where it's fine. It's just that you know what that shadow looks like. So just watch it. Let me pull more so I can see what else is going on when it comes to this person. What they're telling friends. I mean, I don't see much there, but what's this? One person has at least one person that said, okay, so I see you, you see me seeing you. So I know that you're interested in Power 4. I know you're interested in Power 4. So what are you gonna do next? And this person's like, I'm gonna make a move or whatever. I don't know. Let's get these last few cards. Interesting. I want you to know this person, the lightest expression of this sweetest soul, this person's not like the crush they have on you where they're interested is like genuine emotional attachment. This is not a hypersexual person. Rabbit is there in reverse. But exciting news. Okay. Warm and yeah, this person's not going to be super touchy-feely with you. Like the move they make is going to be more conversational. It's not going to be like, I don't know that this person's going to go in for the hug like you always hear me say, because they don't want to be interpreted as being hypersexual in any way. So they're not going to like do anything to put themselves in a position where you think they lack boundaries, like physical boundaries and stuff like that. Okay. Also, let me see. I had something. There it is. Okay, yeah, because that was the first thing that came through. I just wanted to clear this up. Why is it, if some of you, there's a specific instance of this person's going to be so excited, like, I don't know if it's next time they see you or next time somebody comes around, but like, you're not going to be as friendly with somebody. By you not being as friendly with a very specific person, they're going to be so excited. I think that's going to encourage them to make their move because something about it, they feel like, I don't know if there's someone you're interested in. I don't know if you have a certain ex, but like you not hugging or interacting with on a friendly level, somebody that they're a very specific person, because I don't even know how to describe this person because they hit the table at the end. So whoever that is, they're going to be so excited and they're really going to feel like you're soulmates, and that's going to encourage the move. So I don't know who that random third party that hit the table is, but it's there. Okay. All right. So yeah, because see, banish a curse is already there. So you definitely need to banish a curse where it's somebody that's waiting for their chance or that you back and forth with and stuff like that. So let me, what advice do I have for pile 4? Okay, yeah, so be very, very balanced in your energy, just in general, okay? Make sure you heal, especially if you need to cut ties with some attachment that you just can't leave alone, and heal from that so that you can be balanced. Because I'll be honest with you, if you are connected with someone else, because like let's say you came here really to ask about the random attachment that just hit the table, there's somebody else that is actually interested in you that hit the table that I feel like surfaced very specifically so that you could be like, that's not who I came here to ask about, and then boom, it's not. Because I'm confirming that because there's somewhere your attention could actually be if you leave alone whatever chaotic attachment you may have. And I'm not encouraging you to break up with stable, healthy connections. I'm talking about like it would be a very explicit, like, you know, you need to leave this person alone if that's you. And then I also have where if you are unattached, make sure that you're weighing your options, because you may have, you're interested in this person, there's somebody else that's interested in you. Make sure that you're clear in your boundaries with where you are interested, because where this pile very clearly, based on my description, is the person you are asking about, there is somebody else that they seem to have it in their mind that you could be interested in. So if that's not true, then maybe make sure you watch your boundaries, because you don't want this person thinking that you're interested in somebody else, okay? All right, so I'm going to close you out. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.